Today I want to take you through what's called a power search in Nexis Uni. And it's really one of the quickest ways to get to the answers you need in a secondary source. So our first step is going to be to access Nexis Uni by going to the LRC. And then we can begin to use the power search option. And the power search is one of my favorite ways to start my research because you can start with something as simple as a single term or concept. So to begin our search, we click here on Power Search. And we start very simply by entering a term. I'm going to start with contributory negligence. Now I should point out that you can also use a Boolean search here. You can use Boolean connectors, but for right now we're going to stick with just a simple term. And the next thing I'm going to do is decide what document or what source I want to search in. And one of the simplest ways to start a power search is to start with a law dictionary. Just get a definition. So let's try that. I'm going to type in under sources, law dictionary. And you see there's a series of options that come up. I'm going to choose Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. That's a simple one to start with. And then we're just going to click search. Now you'll see over here on the left-hand side, here's my search term, contributory negligence. I've searched in dictionaries and I've chosen Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. So that's how I've narrowed my search. You see I've got some pretty good options here. I'm going to click on this first one and see what it gives me. And then we get a simple, clean definition of contributory negligence, which is great if I'm trying to learn about a term and understand what it means. But we're doing legal research. So the next thing I want to do is start pulling on threads and narrowing my research. And what you do if you come down here, you'll see that there's actually some cases that help to define the term you searched for. So I can pick on one of these, and that might help me to jump into finding a good case. We've already talked about searching cases in a previous video, so what I want to do here is go on to Amjur. You see we've got a site from Amjur here. And Amjur is a great source if you're looking for secondary sources to start your research. So I'm going to come back out to my power search and start over here. Click on Power Search, type in contributory negligence. But this time, I'm going to come down to source and type in American jurisprudence. And you see it pops up as one of the options there. So I'll select that and click search. And that search leads us directly to the definition of contributory negligence in Amjur. And if we open this up, you'll begin to see why this is such a great place to start your research. Number one, it gives us our general definition of contributory negligence. In addition, we've got these footnotes, which if you click on, will take you down to additional either primary sources or secondary sources. Here you see that we've got some cases we can use, and you may also find footnotes that will lead you to additional secondary sources. For instance, in this case, it might be the restatement of torts. All of these are links that you can use to continue to process and refine your research. And finally, if this isn't exactly what you're looking for when you get in here, we got lucky and got exactly what we were looking for. But if it wasn't, you can come up and view the table of contents for Amjur, which will then give you lots more options for looking through contributory negligence. Nature and elements, conduct of the party affecting availability, just as deep as you want to get proximate cause and so on. And as you open those up, there's more and more information that you can drill down to. So let's say we want to talk about proximate cause with contributory negligence. Now we're at that portion of Amjur and we have the same options. So as you can see, this power search is a great way to use secondary sources to find leads or threads that you can pull on to find other secondary sources and eventually work your way up to primary sources. It's a great skill to have, and we'll work much more on this in both your practice skills and law simulations this week.